the match that I probably think is going to be the opener, even though I don't really know a ton about him. So I don't know if it'd be like pull you in to make you stay for the 4 match ordeal. Is Bayley going up against Sol Ruca? This match was kind of weird put together. Bayley goes and talks to, I believe it was Nick Aldis on SmackDown and asked, like, hey, am I going to be getting a Saturday night's main event match? Bayley isn't really in the spot on the card that she's asking for matches on Saturday night's main event. She's running around with Lyra Valkyrie, and they're trying to be one of the teams that enters into the tag team division. I thought she was setting herself up with a whole crazy Bayley deal that, maybe she was going to be someone that was hunting after the Intercontinental Championship on the Monday Night Raw brand. And then all of a sudden, Nick Aldis talks to Ava, and then we're putting together this Bayley versus Sol Ruca affair. Now, Sol Ruca I haven't seen in some videos. She was the Speed title tournament somewhere around Halloween Havoc. I ultimately heard a story that I thought Sol Ruca was injured, and it was like we didn't really know when she was coming back. I don't know if that was a whole storyline. Some people thought that her tag team partner was going to turn on her for not being able to wrestle in the match. I don't know. I don't even know if that happened or not. All I know is that she's back, and it seems like she's ready to go. This should be a really good match. It's going to kind of show like where Bayley is in the company, where like ultimately she is like the new Natalya. She is like the new measuring stick that is going out and then helping these young talents get there all on the way. I feel for Bayley. If you listen to her on the Undertaker podcast, where she talked about, being told that she was being booked for WrestleMania 41, and the week of told that she was being taken off the card because she was going to be replaced by Becky Lynch, and what that meant to ultimately be left off of a WrestleMania 1 year after winning the Royal Rumble, 1 year after winning the Women's Championship at WrestleMania 40. I felt for her, man. Like, nobody wants to be left off of the card. I 100% believe in that. And it made me really wonder, like, would she want to go to AEW and play with Sasha? I know that Bayley talked a lot about, like, respect in the back and, like, not understanding why these wrestlers, they don't stay for the whole card once they find out that they're not booked on there. It's almost ultimately, to me, it felt like she thought that those wrestlers were treating this as like more of the business, as like it's a job, and you go to work, and once you get there, the manager's like, hey, we're not going to be as busy as I thought we were today. You can head home. It's all good. And, I think Bayley is saying, like, don't you know why we got into this business? Because we love this business. We get to be backstage. We get to have one of the best seats in order to watch this show. And why not sit there and watch it? And that's kind of the way I took it. So I don't think it's guaranteed that Bayley is leaving whenever she gets a chance, but I think that's in her mind. Like, if I went to AEW, maybe I don't have to stay there forever, but would it be fun to go there and wrestle against Sasha? I apologize, Monet, and have like a big match on a WrestleMania scheme where like she could be the main event yet once again, instead of just kind of being like, what I feel about her is the way they treated Natalya in the first series of Total Divas, when Natalya, like she felt like she was the aged veteran at that time around WrestleMania 29. They were starting to make her do interviews and not and use her as a manager instead of letting her go out there and wrestling matches, because they were trying to like age her out, is the way that she thought. That's the same thing I think that Bayley's going through right here. Bayley is involved in a tag team feud with Lyra Valkyrie as her partner. Lyra just lost to Roxanne Perez on Monday Night Raw. I'm picking Sol Ruca to get the win here. I don't see NXT running away and winning. I don't think they're going to win any other matches on this show. So I think they got to win one to stand strong. They're not just going to let them get clean swept. So I'm taking Sol Ruca to get the win against Bayley to start off Saturday night's main event.